Normally, I ignore the simple Simons, Gary, but this is a Louisiana race, and so I'm just curious. Have you seen or heard that loudmouth ass Jason Black, who's in Louisiana, who's always go to my YouTube page, because like last year, this little idiot did this thing called Pull Up Summer 2022, which was pretty stupid because he claims that I was running from him at Essence Fest, and he's so irrelevant, the fool don't even know I was there the whole time, and he couldn't even get credentials, but I was all over the place. But it's interesting, I see him, I don't see nothing on here about Louisiana gubernatorial race. Nothing. So I get a kick out of these people who love talking black, who love talking about what black folks should do, who love talking about what other black people should be saying and not saying, and he's sitting there in Louisiana, ain't saying nothing about the black guy running for governor, but I'm sure he probably gonna try to call him a sellout like he tried to call you one and everybody else. But I purposely just believe in calling these folks out because what they do is talk trash on YouTube, but do nothing to actually help black people. And if you black and listen to that fool, you stuck on stupid too.
You know, Roland, we have a real problem with figuring out how do we collectively advance our people. And a portion of that problem is that some of us speak so much against black progress that we don't contribute anything other than that to black progress, which is not a contribution of any value, to be honest. We have a real opportunity where we can turn things out. And my struggle with all of the people who kick back, and this is for the foundational black Americans who say that we should not push some of these candidates, you got to get somebody in there to move your agenda. Yep. And if you can't convince people that your agenda is important, you've got to build a bridge big enough, a boat big enough that you can cross the river of struggle. Because black folk tired of struggling. They tired of sitting in conditions and communities that are not working. And the way that we advance that is by putting people who share the majority of our views in office so that we can get things done. And then if those people are not doing what we want, we don't put them there again. But I didn't see many people that were running for the U.S. Senate last year that had a majority black staff, that paid majority of black people with the resources that they raised, $1.3 million, that kept reparations as a part of their platform, and I still was not getting the support of those people. So it's almost like when you're black and you're running, are you ever good enough for black people sometimes? Because you say, I'm not gonna vote for them just because they black. When they black and they got a college degree and a PhD, you got a problem with that. When they black and they are activists and they are advocates, you got a problem with that. The question is the white man's ice cold?
And again, since I'm just gone ahead in there, same thing, loudmouth Vicki Dillard. All they do is run their mouth. And again, you got black folks who run it. This is for the governor of Louisiana, second blackest state. On here, I see her talking about Kamala Harris, dogging Joe Biden, saying Clyburn sold us out, saying DNC chairman flees if the black Americans confront him, all this sort of stuff. I don't see nothing on here about the brother who's running for governor. And so all I'm saying to all of these so-called super black people, where you at? Because see, you can't keep saying you want this, this, this. To your point, Gary, well, who's gonna do it? So let's be real clear. We know what Jeff Landry not gonna do. We know exactly what he is going to do that's going to be oppressive to black folks there in Louisiana. And so, yeah, I'm purposely name calling all these folks who run their mouths. They love doing videos about me, but it's amazing when it's time to put the metal to the pedal, it's time to really get going, time to actually get folks elected who could speak to our interests. Ooh, they MIA. They in the witness protection program.
Don't work for us, man.
So that's why I tell folk, if y'all waste your time listening or following any of them, tell me what are they actually doing to advance the cause of black folks, because guess what? If you're not in power, you can't do anything. Sitting on the curb, chirping and yelling on YouTube does nothing. Are you mobilizing and organizing? Are you helping to raise money? Are you telling people to create phone banks? That's all I'm saying. What are you actually doing? And if you're not doing anything, then you ain't doing nothing for the actual liberation of black people except just run your mouth. Pull it up, folks. The voting tomorrow in Louisiana, y'all. Polls in Louisiana open tomorrow at 7 a.m. They close 8 p.m. Central. Get your vote in. Don't sit here and go watch college football or go watch baseball or go sit here and go to barbecues and go partying or whatever. Make sure you vote. Voting is our power. And again, if Wilson advances to the runoff, we come right back on November 18th, but none of that happens if we do not vote.